Hi everyone, welcome back. In this tutorial, we are going to make a big map on which our tank could move and enable the tank to react to obstacles. For example, when it encounters a river. Now, let's scratch. First, let's draw a map. Go to the Stage, Backdrops tab. Assume this is a map of a meadow. So, we can draw a green square first. Then, suppose there are rivers and roads on this meadow. How do we draw this? Well, we can start by choosing line. Then, change the color. After that, select it and change its thickness. Then, you can add some points and drag. Now, we got a winding river. In addition, if the color of this line turns gray, it will look like a road. Okay, I have drawn a very simple map by now. So next, we need to make the tank move on the map. Obviously, the tank is too big now, so let's make it smaller, say 100. Well, it is still rather big for the map. Look, the tank is much wider than the bridge. So, how to deal with it? This time, I decided to take another approach. That is to enlarge the map a lot. So, how to do it? And drag the map from the stage to the sprite. Then, clear the stage. Next, let's set the size of the map. For example, if I want to enlarge it twice, it should be 200. But there's a new problem here. After I input 200, it jumps back to 140 automatically. So it means that its size can't be more than 140, right? However, there's a little trick. As you can see, there's nothing drawn in this costume. Now, let's set a bigger size for this costume. For example, 200. This time, it didn't jump back to 140. Now, let's switch costume to the map. Look, the size of the map is 200 now. In this way, we can make it even larger. Now, this is the size of 500. In this way, the map can be really large, so that the tank can also be larger. Meanwhile, we can put more content into the map. Now, I set the size of the tank and the turret to 100. And set the size of the map to 240. Oh, we can rename the sprite as map. And let it go to the back layer. Now, give it a go. It looks much better now. So next, we are going to let the tank move around the map. And now, there is a problem here. At present, we can only see this small part of the map. What if we want to go to other areas of the map? So, let's take this approach. Simply put, we can keep the tank sprite in the center of the stage, only change its direction without changing its coordinates, and then let the map sprite move. So, it will look like the tank is moving. So, how do we change the program? Now, go to the tank sprite. Copy these two scripts to the map sprite. And then, remove all the move blocks from the tank sprite. And so is the turret. Then, go to the map sprite. Put this block aside for now. Give it a go. As you can see, the map is rotated. And the direction is 0 now. And when the tank moves, something strange happens. The map keeps flashing. That is caused by the blocks that switch costumes. So, delete these two pieces of scripts. What's more, we need to keep the direction of the map properly. So, set the direction to 90 degrees. Then, set rotation style to don't rotate. And when the program starts, point in direction 0. As you can see, the tank can move on the map. And when the tank turns, the map does not rotate anymore. When I press the W key, the tank goes backward. And when I press the S key, the tank goes forward. This is because the sprite that is actually moving is the map. If the map moves forward, then it looks like the tank is moving backward. So, we need to swap these two blocks. Now, when we press the W key, it will move forward. And when we press the S key, it will move backwards. Next, about the river here. At present, the tank will not react to the river. Normally, we can set that tanks cannot cross the river. We can use one of the sensing blocks. A color is touching another. Now, we need to the two different situations. When the tank moves forward and backward, let's define this script as a new block. We can name it normal. When the tank moves to the river, there are two possibilities. First, when the tank is facing the river. At this point, it can only move backward. So, I defined a block backward only. And I also defined another block forward only. Now, the program could be like this. Using if-else block and a color is touching another color block. We can select the river color for one of them, and select the green from the tank track for the other. So, if it's true, it means the tank is touching the river. And if not, we can put the normal block here. Now, when the tank touches the river, pay attention to the two situations we mentioned earlier. One of them is when W is pressed. It is moving forward. And the other is when S is pressed. It moves backward. We can create a new variable to represent its two states. So, make a variable towards. If key W is pressed, set towards to 1. If key S is pressed, set towards to -1. And here, if towards equals 1, It means that the tank faces river while moving forward. It can only go backward. So put backward only here. Else, forward only. Now, let's try this. Now, we can go backward until touching the river. And when we go forward, we surely cannot cross the river. Some of you may have noticed. It looks a little weird when we make a turn just now. Why is that? It's because there's no block about turning here. So, we need to add some blocks. Point in direction. Direction of my tank. So it won't be so weird. Okay, so the movement of the tank seems good. Finally, let's make some simple modifications to the map. For example, this large green part looks very strange now. It looks like the tank is moving horizontally. Now, we can change the situation by adding some decorations to the map, such as grass, flowers, trees or other things. Take grass for an example. Start with a new costume. It's better to zoom in a lot, because it should be very small on the map. Now, draw a line. Turn it a little darker green. And adjust the thickness. Then, add a dot and drag to bend the line. After that, in fill, select a light green color. Now, we get half a leaf. Then, copy it. Paste. Then flip the other half horizontal. Rotate it to a proper angle. Put them together, and we get a leaf. In the same way, we can draw another piece. Then, we can combine the two leaves into a group. And move it to the center. Then, copy the group. Come back to the map and paste. Well, make it smaller. And continue copying and pasting. Put a lot of grass on the map. Then the map could be like this. Well, this is the map I made. And now, when the tank moves on it, it wouldn't look so strange. Okay, that's it for today. See you next time.